What was the Capturing the Decisive Moment movement? In the early 1930s, a renowned French photographer by the name of Henri Cartier-Bresson proposed a very debated concept in photography, which was capturing the decisive moment. Quote, "This movement occurs when the visual and psychological elements of people in a real-life scene spontaneously and briefly come together in a perfect resonance to express the essence of that situation." End quote. This movement helped photographers explain their subject and what it was they were trying to capture. The overall look of this movement was aimed at photographing life in the midst of everyday activities and capturing the details of each of them. A decisive moment photo should contain one or more of the following: a complex background that interacts with the main subject, a candid, photorealistic image of people in real-life situations, the capturing of a meaningful moment, or having an element or contradiction/uncertainty. Typically, the photos that capture the decisive moment are of city life and spontaneous events, such as major disasters. They could also be events where nothing is set up or planned, it's just raw emotion being shown. Henri Cartier-Bresson's main contribution was the creation of the Capturing the Decisive Moment movement and explaining what it is. He formed the basis for what a decisive moment picture was, and he was able to express how to capture the decisive moment. Bresson once said, quote, "Photographers deal in things which are continually vanishing, and when they have vanished there is no contrivance on earth which can make them come back again." End quote. This quote helps explain why the decisive moment is so important and how fragile it is. Diane Arbus helped spread the movement and encouraged more photographers to become a part of the movement, as well as producing some of the most well-known decisive moment photos. Gary Winogrand was a major contributor to the spread of the movement throughout much of America, especially in New York City, which is where he is from. His unusual camera angles, strange sense of timing, and ability to capture bizarre configurations of people, places, and things made him one of the most influential photographers of the mid-20th century. The main photographic process that was used at this time was a 35mm Leica camera, which was popularized by Bresson. Using a film camera requires the film to be processed, so a darkroom was also needed. These two men, Eugene Adget and Man Ray, were some of the biggest influencers to Henri Cartier-Bresson. Cardinal de Retz once said, quote, "There is nothing in this world that does not have a decisive moment." End quote. He makes a good point because when you think about it, almost everything that happens in life is sudden and unexpected. Here are several famous photographs of this movement, mostly from the early to late 1900s. The overall impact of this movement is that it gave photographers a new look into what photography was really about and what their subject matter should reflect to the viewer. The two most influential people of this movement, Henri Cartier-Bresson and Diana Arbus, created a lasting impact on capturing the decisive moment, as they were the two who really popularized the movement and made it what it has come to today.